Let's be honest for a second, going through a breakup is tough enough. It's raw, it's painful, and it's a massive adjustment, even in the most amicable of circumstances. Now, imagine doing that after 20 years together, with the entire nation watching your every move. That is the reality for the wonderful Ruth Langsford. Since her split from Eamonn back in May 2024, Ruth has handled herself with the kind of quiet dignity that makes us all love her just a little bit more. But recently, the rumor mill went into absolute overdrive, and frankly, it's time we talked about it. If you've been scrolling through social media lately, you might have seen some breathless headlines claiming Ruth has already found a new man. And not just any man. Oh no, the gossip columns decided to get creative. The story that she had sensationally reunited with a childhood sweetheart from Belfast, bringing her love life full circle in a fairy tale ending. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Almost too good to be true. Well, that's because it absolutely is. Ruth was back in her rightful place anchoring Loose Women this Tuesday, surrounded by the supportive ranks of Denise Welch, G.K. Barry, and Jane Moore. It's in this safe space, where women actually talk like real women, that she decided to set the record straight. And she didn't just deny it, she highlighted just how ridiculous the modern gossip machine has become. Apparently I have a new man, she shared with the panel, likely with that signature knowing look we all recognize. According to this terrible article that's all over Facebook, apparently I met this man when we were childhood sweethearts when I grew up in Belfast. Here's the kicker, the detail that makes you want to laugh and cry at the same time. Ruth didn't even grow up in Belfast. Which I didn't, she deadpanned. And now it's come full circle after all these years. Terrible, isn't it? The pressure to move on. Let's unpack this for a moment, because it touches on something so many of us have felt, albeit perhaps on a smaller scale. Why is there such immense societal pressure for women, immediately following a significant split, to be paired off again? Ruth and Eamonn were together for over 2 decades. That is a lifetime of shared memories, in-jokes, struggles, and triumphs. When a chapter that long closes, you don't just turn the page the next day. You need time to breathe, to recalibrate, to figure out who you are outside of that couple identity. Yet, the tabloids and clickbait articles seem terrified of a woman just being okay on her own. They need a narrative. They need a knight in shining armor from her past to swoop in and save her from singledom. It's an outdated fairy tale trope that undermines the incredible strength it takes to stand on your own 2 feet after a life-altering change. Ruth calling this article terrible isn't just about correcting a factual error about her childhood home. It's about calling out the invasiveness of it all. When gossip affects real life, we often forget, when we see these glossy headlines on Facebook, that there are real people behind them. Ruth mentioned something heartbreakingly relatable during the show. Her friends were ringing her up. Imagine that. You're trying to navigate your new normal at 65, busy with work, family, and just trying to get through the week. And suddenly your phone is blowing up from genuine friends who have been duped by fake news. They're calling, perhaps excited for you, perhaps confused why you didn't tell them, and you have to exhaustively explain, "No, I didn't secretly fly to Belfast to rekindle a romance that never existed." It's exhausting just thinking about it. It's a violation of privacy that bleeds into her real-world relationships, causing confusion and necessitating awkward conversations. It's not just harmless fluff, it's disruptive. The power of truth and humor. What's truly admirable is how Ruth is handling it. She didn't issue a dry, lawyer-written statement. She didn't hide away. She went on national television, sat with her friends, and used humor to deflate the entire ridiculous balloon. By sharing the sheer absurdity of the Belfast childhood sweetheart detail, she didn't just deny the rumor. She exposed how little fact-checking actually goes into these viral stories. She took the power back. It's a reminder to all of us to take what we read online with a massive grain of salt. If Ruth Langsford, one of the most open and honest presenters on television, has big news to share, she'll share it. She's never been one to shy away from the truth, even when it's difficult. Moving forward on her own terms. At 65, Ruth is showing us exactly what resilience looks like. It doesn't always look like jumping immediately into a new flashy relationship to prove you're over it. Sometimes, resilience looks like showing up for work, having a laugh with your girlfriends on the Loose Women panel, and rolling your eyes at the nonsense. She is navigating this new chapter of her life under a microscope. Every outfit, every smile, every seemingly weary look is analyzed for hidden meaning about her ex. It's an immense burden, yet she carries it with grace. So, let's all agree to give Ruth, and indeed, anyone going through a major life transition, a little bit of space. Let's celebrate her for the incredible broadcaster and strong woman she is, not just for who she might, or might not, be dating. The next time you see a headline that seems too perfectly scripted to be true, remember Ruth's Belfast sweetheart. Remember that behind the clickbait is a real person, probably just trying to enjoy a quiet cup of tea without her phone ringing off the hook with fake news. Ruth, we're right there with you. Keep shutting down the rumors with that trademark wit. We're watching, we're supporting, and we know that whenever you do have news, you'll tell us in your own time. Until then, we're just happy to see you back in that anchor seat where you belong. Would you like me to help you draft a social media post to share this article and spark a conversation with your followers?